Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are breaking down how to get the absolute most value for your home. Seriously, if you're even thinking about selling, this is the guide you're going to need for the 2026 market.
Okay, let's just jump right into it. If you're planning on selling, you've got to know that the strategies that worked 5, maybe even 2 years ago might actually cost you money today. The rules have totally changed because the buyers themselves have changed.
So, before you even think about picking up a paintbrush or moving a single piece of furniture, our first step, and it's the most important one, is to get inside the head of today's home buyer. Understanding what they're looking for, well, that's the key to everything.
We are seeing a huge shift in the market. I mean, the era of those cold, all-white, almost sterile-looking homes, it's over. Buyers today, they're searching for something with more soul, a style we're calling modern heritage. And it makes sense, right? It feels like a reaction to all those spaces that felt a bit too impersonal.
So what in the world is modern heritage? Honestly, think of it as the absolute best of both worlds. You get to keep that clean, uncluttered feel of modern design, but then you layer in all this warmth and texture and a real sense of personality. It feels lived in, it feels loved, not like a generic showroom.
And this is exactly how you get that look. It is time to say goodbye to those cool, almost bluish grays that were just everywhere. Instead, you want to embrace these warm, earthy, neutral colors. We're talking mushroom, a cozy taupe, or even a super soft, muted terracotta. These colors just feel so much more inviting and sophisticated.
All right, next up, let's look at some of the most powerful changes you can make, and get this, they won't cost you a single penny. This section is all about strategy, not about your wallet. Okay, listen up, because this might be the single most important free thing you can do. It's called the 50% rule, and it is beautifully simple. Just look at every single flat surface in your house, your bookshelves, kitchen counters, the fireplace mantle, and take away half of the stuff that's on them.
And the process? It couldn't be easier. You just pick a spot, decide what key pieces get to stay, and then box up the rest for your new place. The goal here is to create visual breathing room. It immediately makes your space feel bigger, calmer, and way more organized.
So why does this work so incredibly well? It's all about psychology. When a buyer walks in and sees these clear counters and sparsely decorated shelves, their brain doesn't think, oh, this person doesn't own much. No way. It thinks, wow, this house must have amazing storage because everything has its own place.
And you have to remember this. The first showing isn't in person anymore. It's online. You have to stage for the camera. That means creating really clear walking paths with your furniture and never, ever blocking windows. Let that natural light pour in. And you see that awkward little nook? Turn it into a flex space, a mini home office, a reading corner, a yoga spot, to show off just how functional your home really is.
All right, now let's talk about where to put a little bit of money. We're talking small, strategic investments. These are low-cost fixes that can have a huge psychological impact on a buyer, making your home feel well-maintained and totally move-in ready.
Okay, this one can be a little tough to talk about, but it is so critical. Homeowners, all of us, we become nose-blind to the everyday smells of our own house, whether it's from pets or last night's dinner. A professional deep clean isn't just about looks, it's about making sure the very first thing a buyer smells is just clean.
Here is such an easy win, a total game changer. If you have that dated, shiny brass hardware from the 90s on your cabinets or vanities, swapping it out is a weekend project that packs a serious punch. Just switching to a modern matte black or brushed nickel can make a whole room feel a decade younger for very little cash.
Now let's step outside. You cannot underestimate the power of a first impression. What a buyer sees from the street or on that very first photo on Zillow, it sets the tone for their entire perception of your home. And this is where you can get some of the biggest returns.
So, with all the things you could do to the outside of your house, which single project consistently gives you the absolute best bang for your buck? What is the undisputed champion of ROI?
The answer, and you might not believe this, is a new garage door. I know it's not the most glamorous upgrade, but study after study shows you can often get back over 200% of what you paid for it when you sell. It's a simple change that instantly makes the entire front of your house look modern and updated.
So the garage door is part one of what we call the big three of curb appeal. Number two is that front door. A fresh coat of a bold, welcoming color, or even a full replacement, it makes a huge statement.
And third is just simple, clean landscaping. We're not talking a whole redesign here, just fresh mulch in the flower beds, neatly trimmed hedges, and maybe some inexpensive solar or LED lights along the path. Together, these three things just scream, this home is well cared for.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. So to bring it all home, here is a simple, actionable checklist to guide you as you get your house ready.
And here it is, your high-impact plan. Now, notice that the highest impact item on the list, decluttering, costs you nothing but a little bit of your time. Then you've got your warm neutral paint and that professional deep clean, and of course the big one, the new garage door, delivering that absolutely extreme return on investment. This is your roadmap.
So, as we wrap up, the real question isn't about what works in general. It's about what will work for your home. Take a walk through your house, but this time, try to see it through the eyes of a 2026 buyer. Where's your biggest opportunity to add value and make that incredible first impression? Now, go make it happen.